Have you found your sound-alike, and why should you do that? Let's talk about that today. Hi and welcome to today's video. In case you don't know me yet, my name is Freya. I'm a professional singer and vocal coach from Germany. Now, I recently talked to a few students of mine, and the topic came up of trying to find singers that were like sound-alikes, okay? Why is that, and why does it matter? Why should you do that? Here's the thing. A lot of times I have students who want to sing specific songs, and the songs are amazing, but here's what happens. They listen to the song and they adore the original singer, sounds amazing. And what you do is like you get that sound, that timbre of that person, you get that stuck in your mind. And so it doesn't matter, like as soon as you start practicing, you always have that sound stuck in your mind. And so subconsciously, whether you know it or not, you kind of try to create that same voice color, that timbre, which might be extremely different from your natural timbre. So you might struggle, you might darken your voice just because the original singer has a really dark voice, or you might lighten up and brighten up your voice, although you don't actually naturally have that type of voice. You know, if you were more of an alto or like a heavier voice and you listen to this Disney princess, you may adore that song, but you may try to morph your voice into something it's never going to be, and it's just not. And it's going to be very frustrating. So what I always suggest, especially when you want to learn good technique, find a singer who has a very similar sound to your voice. So the timbre is very similar, the range is similar, and there is someone out there who sounds similar. Not the same. No two voices sound the same. But if you find someone who sounds similar, who has a similar voice type, timbre, and range, so like for me, I don't even know who's my sound-alike, but because I studied more in classical music, but for me it would be someone who has a brighter, lighter voice, not really a lot of high belting. I can belt, but it clearly isn't where my voice has the strength, right? It's like the beauty is somewhere else in my voice. So I want to find someone who represents that. But the thing is, you want to find someone who has great technique. So I recently talked to a student of mine, and when I listened to her voice, I totally was struck. It's like, I know a song with a singer who sounds so much like you, and you should try that song, because if you try to model something, so she had tried to sing Rihanna songs, which you totally can do that, even if you don't sound like Rihanna. But the problem is you got that sound stuck in your mind, and then you try to do that timbre, which is not going to be successful. But she sounded so much like, and I don't even know the singer's name, I can't remember her name, but How Far I'll Go from the movie Moana, the Disney movie. She sounds very much like that original singer in that song, and so I recommended to try that song. And it was crazy how much she sounded like the original singer, and it made it a lot easier then to use, problem areas such as, okay, going high and not getting too heavy. Because when you listen to Rihanna, she just has a whole different voice type, and it sounds a lot darker and heavier. And when you try that, you kind of subconsciously, you try to just darken your voice, which is not a good thing to do, and it strains you. So we tried that song, and it worked out so well. So you might have a Disney princess voice. You may have a more like a character voice, I call it. Maybe like a dark voice. Maybe you can find someone who represents it. A lot of times in musical theater, there'll be like a lot of nice character voices. So whatever it is, try to find someone who represents your voice type and timbre. I know it might be hard, but maybe ask others, like, what does my voice sound like when I sing or when I speak even? Does it sound like someone, like a singer that you can think of at this time? And then try that out. I find that it's great to listen to awesome singers, but also to awesome singers who are, like you want to sound like them. You don't want to imitate them, but you want to emulate whatever they're doing because it sounds amazing, and because you already have a voice that's quite similar in type and timbre, it's going to be so much easier to then sound amazing, just like they do. I had some singers in the classical world that I always listened to a lot. Barbara Bonney was one of my favorites. I love her voice. And, you know, it's great to subconsciously model someone who's amazing, who isn't so far from your voice type. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day. If you want to dive deeper into great singing technique, check out all my free resources on my website, masteryourvoice.tv. And if you really want to get more into details, check out my signature course, Back to the Basics. There are several week-long challenges in there, so whether you have issues with your mixed voice or stronger chest voice or belting or better breathing and support, there are week-long challenges in there so you can work on one issue at a time and really challenge yourself and understand your voice better and strengthen. Thanks for watching. Until next time, always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing.
I must be strong to carry